What's up, street guys and street girls? It's me, AC. You know, the Navarro with the Camaro. And believe it or not, if you see where I'm at one of my favorite places in the theme parks, which is actually Cars Land at DCA. And what DCA stands for? Disney California Adventure. So let's go ahead and do a walkthrough. This is how they do it for the theming of the holidays for Christmas. Start this roughly in about October, which you can already see if you've been here before. I've always liked all the little details that they put in this land, period, but they do it a little different for the holidays. But you see all the old school air filters, which are usually in a carbureted car. You have, like I said, you got a Tomater ride over here that has a lot of cool Easter eggs, and you got just a lot of cool themed from the movie franchise that Pixar made called Cars, that obviously Disney did a collaboration with. So this is really cool. Like, it has that junkyard vibe, and if you're a car person, I mean, you've been to a junkyard probably once or twice in your life to get a part, but these are all just props. They're not real parts, so don't try to come here and take them. You can see some of the stuff like the Santa hat that's normally not on there, so it's really cool. And yeah, you got the tires here that are like look like a Christmas tree, and you have that is, yes, you guessed it, it is a leaf spring. How I know that? Because I had to install one of those. And I would have to say this, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe an alternator. I don't know. But yeah, really cool. And then you got the spark plug on top. So yeah, and then you just have different places to purchase stuff, but I will cover that on the probably the family channel. But you just got tires, you got wrenches, and you have all the special theming, actual based off movies. So you have Snowy, the Lug Cracker, and you have Coolant Runnings. By far, probably one of my favorite movies. And then you have the Santa Clutch. So that is pretty cool. So you have a lot of just cool things. And look, you got the little like reindeer right there. So that's really cool. And yeah, you got, like I said, you got wrenches over there that look like snowflakes. That is a really cool piece. I could probably make that with the right person that weld for me. I could probably weld it myself, but just really cool. Oh yeah, and then you got like a red, white, and blue Christmas tree over there by the hood of the yeah. Oh, well, I must have missed it, but you can see the like from a Jeep or whatever, military Jeep. So you got the little thing for a tree. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, each store inside here is really just decorated, and obviously at night I really want to showcase this and see what it looks like at nighttime. Unfortunately, you missed out on the iconic truck from the franchise, the fire truck, but maybe we'll be able to glance that later time, and I'll just have the edit here. So we'll walk through here just really just through here, not in through the cones because of all the construction. But yeah, you got the Cozy Cove Motel or whatever. Motel, so that's kind of cool. It has some Easter egg stuff in here. And these are all just actual cones. So if you ever autocrossed or anything like that or seen construction sites, you have actual cones. I mean, these aren't real cones, they're metal, but for props and a lot of cool stuff. And then here, yeah.
Oh, look!
Yeah, you got the little mini gingerbread ones.
That's cool.
So I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but this has a lot of cool stuff. The little gingerbread island that is a replica of the exact. So let me try to zoom in on that and see if you guys can actually see that. But let me see if I can get a good angle here. But that is a cool detail. That is something that they do exclusively for the holidays or whatever. So that is really cool. Most people probably even miss that, but you even got like a Christmas tree there. And like I said, it's just a, you know, like I said, and it's not interactive or anything. It's just no one's allowed in here, but it's just really cool to see. in the movie Cars, when you go stay or come in here, the cars are supposed to come in from that window, pull up here, and they honk for basically a bellhop, and they ring the bell. So that's kind of cool.
It says honk for service.
Yeah, honk for service. So just like in the Cars movie. So, and that's really cool. And they have, like I said, you have obviously like prop plants or whatever, but these are cones. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. And you got plants, flowers that basically look like taillights from the old car. This one I've always seen these, and this always reminds me of the Type LT Corvette lights. So the 70s, the 73 Camaro have that similar style light, so it's really cool. And yeah, you have a tree cone right there, Christmas tree. So that's really cool. And then yeah, just like a lot of just wall art things. There's always something to look at, but it's really nice to see it. Some of the stuff is only here for the holidays, and even you have a big old battery right here, which is kind of cool. So that's just really nice to have that. And then we'll get into this because this is really cool. But this is like supposed to be a Route 66 shop store, which is really nice. And yeah, I just think this is cool because you have all the different areas. I personally have never taken Route 66.
Yeah, we went to the very end.
Yeah.
The end is in Santa Monica.
So we've been to the end of that, and I've personally probably with the car, I wouldn't say with the Camaro, but I've been in 66 in California to the area of Nevada towards Boulder City, going backward or Las Vegas. And, okay. Believe it or not, I did my engagement photos here because it's really cool, like the vintage gas station. And let's see what else is around here. So you just have more just nostalgia of like the Route 66 stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely, if you're a car person, I mean, check it out. You know, you have, like I said, that's all the back area of the cone spots, so the different little food areas or whatever. You have an area that just opened up here. They extended for more dining experience. And this is like one of the rides that they have here. I'll just show you the back end of it, but this is something different that they've done for the holidays. And it's basically a really cool, I have no idea what it's supposed to be honest. But it's, you know, I just like the little details of like the motor oil for the plants, and then the tail lights, you know, and then the gasoline tank or whatever. So this is supposed to be, I believe, a horn. Yeah, old school horn for if you ever drove like the old early 1900 cars. So they have all these rides, they have all these rims and stuff, or tires, I should say, rims. So this is the Luigi's ride. And yeah, that's just cool. Now that one, I would have to say, those are probably the closest to actually maybe real spec rims. I'm not sure because I've never gotten that close to see them, but maybe in the future I can confirm that. But yeah, so there's another attraction they have here, that they have a lot of props or whatever. Oh, this is the only thing that's really cool. So let me show you a decent looking one. But you have a tire and a rim, and it's made out of brass. I mean, that's cool. That is a cool detail, and they have that at every single one of them. So yeah, and they do come out here from time to time and clean them up because, you know, they do build up a lot of oxidation and stuff like that and get rusty. But it's really cool to like see all this stuff during the like Christmas time or whatever. So yeah, just like I said, it's one of these places that I personally go to when I'm at the parks or whatever. So when I'm at Disneyland and I want to take a break and go to the other one, I'll go check this one out. And one of the monuments they have here in front of the Luigi's ride is this huge tire. And even on the top, that lights up. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'll have to show you guys this later. This is really cool, but they decorate this thing And this thing is like an Eiffel Tower, and it's like crooked. Don't worry, it's not gonna fall over. But they dress up the cars with the, you know, the actual Christmas scarf, and they even have Route 66 playing on here, and this is supposed to simulate an intersection. So that's really cool. But you can like see how big this area is, and then you go here, and that takes you to another aspect, which is the Avengers campus, and then this is another back part for that. But let's go ahead and go through here and see this one. So, and then if you're ever wondering, RS means Radiator Springs, and it was established in 1909. So that's what that means for those that do come and check these out. But we'll see if we can see more about the founder of the town. But they just have a lot of cool stuff here. You know, it's obviously not for sale, but if you're a car person, I mean, look at all these badges. It has the V8, even the V6. If you know anything about those, like the V, it meant obviously victory or whatever when we're in time of war. You even have those. A lot of people probably don't know what those are, but you hook those up to your rear fender or whatever. That is so it comes out and lets you know not to scratch your rims or tires. So forget the technical term, but you see them all right here. But more likely that's the style that the car would have. That's just aftermarket, but really cool. And then obviously you have the mirrors right here, so you can see your blind spots, like on buses and stuff is pretty cool. And yeah, just more of that. And you even have, like I said, the wing nuts for the actual rims or whatever, for the center caps. So it's just really cool. I mean, yeah, it's just really nice to see that kind of stuff. And then you have, like I said, it's supposed to be simulate a Sparky store, and yeah, you just have more just props, and all this stuff lights up at night. It really looks nice. And oh, my favorite part here, right, is you'll see right here you have the Stanley, which is the founder of 1909 Radiator Springs. He actually is wearing a custom Christmas hat that he doesn't wear during the what you call it, but this is. And I just still love that the fact they used all the old school air filters for carbureted cars from obviously the 1900s all the way until probably what 80s, I think, maybe 90s. So just they're not real ones, I don't think, but it's just cool to see all the different ones. And then they put all the hubcaps on there on the tree, and then on the top, let's see if we can get up a little bit closer to that. But the top has a rim with exhaust muffler tips to simulate a star. So I just think that's a really cool little thing that they do differently than your typical tree that they just add in all the rest of the parks. But you know, like I said, you can see it up close, and like I said, they have trees and all this stuff, and you know, it's really cool. I'm gonna say these probably aren't props. They may be the actual real deal, but it's really nice to see all these different things. And then they have like wall art like this. This is one of the other areas that I did for my engagement photos. This was a backdrop. A lot of people do not know that this thing exists, but this is like a postcard-like thing. So let's see if we can get all the way back here and see it. And yes, you can be back here, but that is exactly how it looks. So it's just, if you're ever looking for a spot to hang out, chill out in the corner, away from everybody, you know, you won't have obviously this tree in the future, but, oh, and another cool detail, traffic court, get it? Because, you know, you broke the law, speeding or whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And let's see, if I can go check out what else we have. Probably this little section right here. Oh, and then you have the sheriff's office. So that's cool. And then this is, I want to say, the DMV. So let's see here. Fire department. So we got fire department. So this is where the fire truck technically would have came out. But look at this thing. I mean, it's so detailed as an old 1900 truck, you know, from the franchise or whatever. So it's just really cool to see that. And let's see. Oh, and then even in the whole thing for those other major ride attraction, you've got, this is all part of it. And like I said, so it's just cool because you have this as a ride feature, and then when you exit out, you have another shopping aspect of it. It's just really nice like layout for that. But my favorite little stuff that we have is you have the manholes that basically also say the radiator, right? Springs, and it says the RS, and then established 1909, and it says storm drain. So a lot of people kind of miss that out on that detail, but that's obviously what the purpose of these are. So yeah. Let's see here. So these are just like basically more props, more just kind of like eye candy to look at and see. So they kind of simulate as if you're going into an actual store. So this is really cool. No way. That's probably an actual muffler. Yeah, 3 APC or whatever. But that's nuts. So this is always all props, but I'm going to say the mufflers might actually be the real aftermarket. And like I said, you even have just every little space in here is just fully detailed out. So I mean, look at this. It's supposed to be an oil, where you get your oil changes at for the cars, and then that one next to it is supposed to be an actual like a simulated bar, but you know, obviously it's not a real bar. But yeah, that's probably about it until we get to the restaurant, and then this is supposed to be a paint shop, Ramones, and oh, okay. My wife just said that basically in detail, these are all custom made for the holidays, so don't know if we can get it any closer than that. Don't know how this will come out, but pinstriping, and it's like Christmas themed, so that's really cool. And there's I think there's like 3 or 4 different designs. Oh, on the top here. I don't know if you can see it, but it does say Feliz Navidad, and that's really cool. Really nice job pinstriping. Look at the detail on that. I just wish we had a glare. And that is Hanukkah, so that's supposed to represent the candles. So you can see the candles right there. That is really cool. So that's not a bad. Yeah, like I said, that's airbrushing at its finest. And obviously at night, this thing probably looks really different. And let's go ahead and check out the rest of it, but I'll stop it right here. This is another spot that one of my favorites, Flo's V8 Cafe. Especially at night, it's really nice. A lot of people miss this detail. I'm not gonna have a lot of time to go into it too much, but basically it simulates a V8 engine. So you have the piston, you have the valve covers, you have the spark plugs, and it's obviously 4 on each side, 4 there. And it's just really nice aesthetics of that. And you have the gas stations and things like that. And they obviously add things like this for the Christmas. And one thing I messed up on is the intersection with the light flashing. I wasn't able to catch every little Easter egg, but there was another sign there, another hood that had a detail, and another Christmas hood there and that detail. And yeah, they just added more of the air filters here. So yeah, and they have the oil drums or whatever, and that's about it. So yeah, really cool. I think one of the things that's probably really nice is that we have our there's places obviously to sit down when you're eating, things like that, but you have one of the really cool retro-like diner spots. So that's just really cool with a lot of memorabilia. Have to show that another time, but the thing that I personally like here they have is the Hudson Shrine. They have a lot of stuff of memorabilia, kind of like the NASCAR vibe in here, but you have the Piston Cup championship, so similar, it's like kind of like NASCAR or whatever. So that is a really cool feature here at at Cars Land. So if you're ever here for the holidays, you can see all the cool stuff that they have here. All the way down, every little area is decored. So come check it out, and yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite spots as a car person to go check it out. The Cars Land, so especially for Christmas time or whatever. And especially at night, this place looks really nice. So maybe in the future, when I'm here, maybe I can come check it out and do a nighttime showcase, but we'll see how we are on time. All right, then anything, I'll see you on the streets.